I buy extra ones. Why did I do that? Alrighty, well, welcome back everybody, and I am making poor financial decisions because the testing must go on. Now, I heard a ton of people are talking about this MVP chest. Now, Elk did give me a ton of these last night, or the other day, I'm not sure when. I don't remember how many he gave me, but I do know for a fact that I have 150 of these keys officially now, and 151 because now I can go ahead and make an additional one, but apparently these are extremely broken according to some people. How true is that? I don't know. Could I have maybe wasted 600 million gems for nothing? Who knows? But if I am able to pull a Titanic out of this MVP chest, this will help me recover absolutely all those gems in my previous video from the Easter Bunny. Speaking of the Easter Bunny, has anybody gotten any huges from him? Specifically in the mailbox at all? What's this? Enjoy your gift from the Easter Bunny. Oh my god, dude, I yelled at the bunny for nothing. Okay, Lab gotta go into a corner before we do this, okay? I gotta go in the corner, hold on. Okay, yeah, in my last video that I did for the diamond egg, I might have yelled at the Easter Bunny a little too much to the point where I guess the game recognized it and gave me a huge pet. I might have to apologize at some point during this video. So I guess the biggest question is, do I want to go ahead and open all of these all at once and just make a, hey guys, I'm opening all the little things here in like 2 seconds? Or do I want to go ahead and drag it out with one key at a time? You know what? I'm going to do one at a time and see what ends up happening, okay? I'm just a little curious to see if maybe perhaps my luck might change. And if I do one at a time, maybe the chest will be like, oh my gosh, you're doing one key at a time? That means one key at a time. Okay, we just gotta chill, okay? Just chill. Now, I don't know the chances for the Titanic inside of the chest. I have not seen or heard what they are. You know what? Maybe I can ask Elk, actually. Like, let's go ask him. We're waiting for that. I don't know if you guys have noticed inside of the Globo chat, like, at all, like, a ton of these actually being opened up. Now, I don't know the existing count for this. I'll have to wait until the little elephant, like, circulates through here just to see if there's an existence. Man, this thing sure does like taking its sweet time. Okay, so there's 208 out of 10 billion. We'll say 10 billion, okay? Estimation. So, I mean, it tells you enough that out of everybody who's able to get these keys and has maybe the Game Pass to go ahead and use this, because you do need to have the Game Pass, that it is relatively hard to get this. So out of all of these keys that I have here, I might not even get anything. But what I am able to get, we'll go ahead and turn on the item notifications because I feel like that should also be important just to see what we're getting out of this monthly plan. Okay, so I'm getting books, potions, so it's like every other chest except this time around you have the ability of getting a Titanic out of this. So we'll talk about the Game Pass, well, the subscription pass more or less here after once I'm done opening these. So I guess there's a better understanding of how this works. Maybe I should do like a bunch at a time. There's 48 of the golden and 5 of the rainbow. 1 of the shiny, none of the golden shiny, and none of the rainbow shiny. But 2,000, oh my gosh, that's a lot of elephants. So the huges are pretty prominent in the chest itself. So I have to get at least one huge, right? Maybe if I do 50 at a time, what happens? I'm just doing 50 at a time. You never know. Dude, I didn't even get one huge out of 50 keys. That's okay. But I'm getting a ton of other things. My gosh, TNT crate. My life is complete. Okay, so let's take a look and see what I got. So I got the regular loot items, like everyday things that you would get in like zones and stuff. I still have 78 keys left, so that's not too bad. What if I do 39? Let me just do 39 and see what happens. Oh, wait, I got something. I got something. What is that something? I wish my notifications would go away. Okay, I think I got a huge. Oh my god! 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 First, I have something to say to the Easter Bunny. First, I have something to say to the Easter.
No, I didn't find anything! You stupid Easter bunny!
Well, that makes you stupid. Easter Bunny, I came back to apologize to you. I know last time I yelled at you and I saw that you sent me a huge pet in the mail and I got a free huge from you. And then I got a Titanic inside of a chest. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I sent the huge to you because you yelled at me and I figured that maybe you need something nice. I don't play a part in that Titanic.
Really? Who's in charge of the chest?
The egg.
The egg? What egg?
The egg of sincerity. He is the one that gave you the Titanic. I saw him put it inside of there and it popped out. I read it on the global chat.
What? Where do I find the egg of sincerity?
He's right behind you. He wants to say something.
This egg?
Uh-huh.
I never noticed there was a ton of eggs in this room until recently. Hi there, Mr. Egg of Sincerity. Thanks for the Titanic.
You're welcome, Vapor Baby. You cheat. And now you have that Titanic. Don't be too hard on the Easter Bunny, because you just never know what may happen.
Inspiring words from the Egg of Sincerity over here. Alrighty, good news. Elk got back to me on all the chances for the Titanic, the huge, and we're gonna go over that real quick. So for the Titanic Exquisite Elephant, we're looking at 1 in 4,451 chances. Now, that's actually really good for a Titanic. If we were to take everything else into consideration, such as the world chests, we have the Crystal Key, Tech World, and Void. Honestly, this is comparable to the Void World, at least before any types of nerfs or anything like that. It's been so long since I actually did a review on all the chests, so I don't know the chances of these before and after now. All I know is going to the Void World and having a ton of those keys is your quickest way of getting a huge. And that gave me the same vibes as this, especially after seeing the chances for this specific Titanic. The gold is 1 in 22,254 chances. Rainbow is 1 in 111,268. Shiny, 1 in 556,342. And this is just for the Titanic itself. These, again, are somewhat comparable to the Void World chest. And for the huge, it's actually not that bad. It's 1 in 445, and that's it. Everything else is in the thousands, of course. Gold, 2,225. Rainbow, 11,127. Shiny, 55,634. Now, this is where the interesting part comes in for absolutely everybody. This chest is only available for the most valuable player subscription, the MVP, which again varies between your regions. For me specifically, it was $2.99. However, in my last video, I did mention this is completely up to you. The last thing I want to go ahead and do is show a Titanic and say like, hey guys, here's how I got it. But in reality, this is what we're currently looking at right now. You get access to the MVP chest and the MVP key, meaning that you do have to pay the service subscription in order to have those access rewards. Now, remember, at the very end of the day, you get perks and monthly items, meaning that these items will interchange between events and I'm assuming updates. Now, I know there was a misconception about how this went about. We currently have a Titanic inside of this chest. At any given moment, I'm assuming this can interchange and be different. Same thing with reward items such as events. Let's say an event comes out and you have different perks for that specific event. Though that's kind of what I'm getting out of what I'm currently seeing right now. Again, this is a monthly subscription, meaning that you are going to pay monthly. It's not a weekly thing, not a bi-weekly thing, or every single day. I think the most common question was if it was worth getting. I like to say, what do you value it as? All of the Forever Pack items that were available, obviously, inside of the Forever Pack, which is 50 Robux per, are all free. On top of it, you have access to go ahead and use the chest, so long as you have the keys or buy them. And you do have that additional chance of getting a lower chance Titanic and or huges. If you're not 100% sure, if you're not willing to see if it is worth it for you, I would say wait until maybe a next event hits and maybe you can go ahead and make that decision. Again, I'm not here to push anybody to go ahead and buy it, but of course, We did get a Titanic out of the MVP chest, and you do have to have that subscription in order to get it. So again, it is completely up to you. If you're confused, you go ahead and ask questions. If you're not sure if you want to get it and if you want to weigh your choices, that is completely fine. At the very end of the day, it is completely up to you when it comes to these. And of course, RNG plays a huge part inside of what we get out of everything. I know during the past few events, I have been extremely lucky. From the slime Titanic all the way up to this Titanic currently. I may have not gotten the Easter ones or the diamond egg one, but I was able to go ahead and get something to at least get some of the value that I ended up spending for my last video's test. We spent 5 billion gems at the very least to go ahead and see if the diamond egg was worth it. Now, I would say that the valuation of all of these keys together, obviously you guys saw it at the very beginning of the video. I had 1,300,000,000 gems worth of keys, and this was just using 151 keys. The most ironic part is I still have 39 keys left. I completely forgot about using the rest of these because of the entire shock that I went through. So we didn't get anything else out of this. I was extremely lucky, and I mean extremely lucky, to get something out of at least under 200 keys. Don't know what was rarer, the Titanic or the fact that I got something under 200 keys. Okay, so for those that do have the MVP pass, is it worth spending gems to get keys? This is extremely tricky because we can never tell what you could get out of the chest, right? At the valuation of the keys that I currently had, you would need more just in case. You never know. You need a pillow to fall back on into hoping that you can get a Titanic. Then again, that is the chase. For me personally, I'll give some advice here. If I wasn't doing my testing videos to go ahead and see if something is easy, hard, or how much investing that you need to do inside of it, I would personally not do it. Maybe I would do a few keys to go ahead and have some fun, but that's it at the very end of the day. I would only do it to just have fun. For those that are really into trying to chase something to hopefully get something really good, just have fun. You don't need to spend billions of gems in order to get this. If you don't get anything within the first few keys or 100 keys or however many that you want to go ahead and invest in, honestly, I'd just say buy the Titanic straight up front. You never know. But if you're trying to invest into something to basically make gems off of it and you already have the game pass, farm the keys. Take a little bit of time to farm just the keys themselves and sell them at your booth. You would be surprised on how many people end up buying it so long as it's cheap enough to purchase. And that's the only advice I could really give to anybody that might be wanting to try to get the Titanic out of this. Just have some fun with it. We here at the very end of the video. I do have to pick some winners for the little bunnies here for my last video, so let's go ahead and get started. I still have all 22 of them, by the way. Our first person that wins one is Stefan, so congratulations. Our next winner is The Watcher. Congratulations. And this person who won too. Congratulations. And finally, Lunar Lord _plays. Congratulations to everybody. Now I still have all of these little diamond bunnies. If you want one, go ahead and leave a comment down below with your username. And of course, as always, I always appreciate if you guys like the video, and if you're brand new, you're welcome to subscribe. We do Pet Simulator 99 and Big Bubblegum Simulator. We do Bubblegum Simulator videos. And until then, I will see you guys all in the next video.
Okay, bye.